Let's get you set up somewhere a bit nicer so you're not just looking at my chin. Good morning, Vlogmas! I have just finished editing yesterday's vlog. I got totally distracted playing The Sims 4 yesterday, and then we wrapped presents, and I obviously couldn't show us wrapping presents because we don't want the recipients to see their presents. I knit some of Maria's hat whilst I was editing. Look, we've actually got some form of shape happening in the cables. It's all very exciting. But the post has just come. I received a few cards. It's always nice. And then I received a gorgeous gift from the fabulous Orly. Thank you very much, Orly, who said congrats on passing your driving test. Your Vlogmas videos last year were by far my favourite out of all I had watched. I've been loving this year's videos too. I hope you like the little gift. And all the way from Australia, she sent me this beautifully soft skein of alpaca, Boston Fine Fibres. It's called Parel, which is apparently the name of the alpaca, and it's a sport weight yarn, and it's 100% Australian alpaca, 100 grams, about 295 meters. So I need to find a special project to knit this with, maybe some form of cowl. Some form of cowl might be nice. And then she also sent, she's from Australia, she said that the alpaca farm is about a 40-minute drive from her, which is pretty cool. But she also sent these really cute buttons without knowing that koalas used to be my favorite animal. They're not, it's not that they're not still my favorite animal, it's just I don't so much have a favorite animal anymore. But koalas were my favorite animal growing up for such a long time. Focus on the buttons. This is when I need to know how to, there we go. Super cute. And this adorable enamel pin. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Orly. It brightened my morning. Not that I was having a bad morning at all. I was just having a morning, you know. Mornings, it was hair washing day. I hate hair washing day. But yeah. Oh, also in the post I got a letter through reminding me that I need to book in my cervical screen. So that was a less pleasant letter to receive in the post. But yeah, builders are making lots of noise next door again. It's always a good time. It's always fun. I'm actually up to date on my Wham Cow socks. I need to knit yesterday still, but that's fine. That's a doable thing. But yeah, this hat is going pretty well. Hopefully it will fit him fine. I'm trying to knit it tight. I suppose what I could do is just switch the noodle size and deal with it. But I think we're going to be okay. Cables tighten everything up a bit anyway, don't they? And let's just hope it's not too big. If it's too big, I'll have to find someone with an even bigger head to have it and knit Mario another one. Oh, and I painted my nails. I attempted nail stamps again yesterday. Let's see if I can get it to focus. It's white on light blue, so it's probably not that easy to see. But just be aware that they are not very well done or straight. But I tried. So, plan for today. There's not a whole lot planned for today. Start getting beading stuff ready for taking southwards. I've written a list of all the stitch markers that I want to make while I'm at Mum and Dad's. So I need to get all the beads ready. I've tried to pick stitch markers that will use the same colour beads so I don't have to choose like, take like an array. But then I was like, well, if I just take one more colour of bead, then I can make this one. Well, if I just take, if I'm taking that one, then I may as well take this one because then I can make these. It's turning into a whole thing. I need to try and be controlled. I don't want to spend the whole of my Christmas break bead weaving because I actually want to finish that goddamn jumper before the end of the year. Might have to end up asking my mum to knit it. I can't, I want to finish it myself. Oh, why is it so hard? It's not difficult, I'm just being a pain in the ass about it. So, plot twist, I've decided to spontaneously go into town because I can. Just decided I wanted to, decided because I can get a 24-hour ticket and still go in tomorrow as well. It's even better, so I'm just going to pop in and get the bus and then, yeah. Okay, I don't look as red. My face looked really red in the viewfinder. So I've been sat knitting on Maria's hat for a little bit. we're making some progress. I just got off the phone from the longest phone call with my dad ever. I didn't really even have that, didn't even know I had that much to say to him, but we just got on and had a natter and it was just quite nice. I'm driving down with my sister on Saturday morning. We're spending Christmas with my parents again, because Maria's family is not currently in the country. They've gone away. Oh, thank you, building men, for making the house shake as you're doing all the building work. Fun. Oh, that's annoying. Watching Critical Role. Trying not to get super annoyed at all of the banging. But yeah. Yeah, driving down Saturday morning. Maria has to work some more. He's working Christmas Eve, so he'll probably drive down after he finishes work on Christmas Eve. That will be a bit gross for him to do, but he doesn't mind. Well, I mean, he has no choice. He's working Christmas Eve. So yeah, it's all exciting, it's all happening, and I'm going to keep watching Critical Role for a bit longer and knit on my hat for a bit longer, and I have to cake up some of the yarn that I dyed yesterday, because that has to go to a person who's going to give it as a gift. So that's very exciting. And yeah, it's gone super dark. I went to town, didn't really get anything. I got stuff to unblock the sink, or unblock the plug in the shower, because my hair falls out a lot, so there's that. It's not very glamorous nor very interesting, but making progress on the hat. I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to fit. I hope it is, otherwise there's going to be a lot of work for nothing. I'm almost at the end of the first ball of wool, so hopefully I have enough. You'll see. Still going on. Hooray! Watching Critical Role. And just had a bit of a cake party. So I've got this skein. That is gift skein. Then I caked up some Dark Side of the Moon by Fab Funky Fibers for some socks to cast on. I need to find out my 2.5mm needle. I don't know where it's gone. Probably still in the project bag that I finished the project in, which might be in my craft room somewhere. And then I just caked up my 3 skeins to knit my Studio 54 shawl. So this is the DM's Wife. This is Sugar Plum Faye. And I've got the middle and the outside sticking out, both of them, because you knit this double-stranded, so that'll be fun, tangle times. And then I've got this one, which is Zone of Truth, I think I've called it. Just bare naked yarn. And that's ready to go. Although I could have done that while Mario was here and knit on his hat a bit more, but that's fine. He's due home any minute, which is why I thought I'd get a wiggle on with it. So yeah, cake party just happened. Good times. I guess we may as well do everyone's favourite part of Vlogmas, should we? Yeah, probably. Let's get you set up somewhere a bit nicer so you're not just looking at my chin. So it's time for everyone's favourite part of Vlogmas. Let's gradually watch Hannah get more and more annoyed at the noise next door. No, it's what's in Hannah's Bird and Blend advent calendar today. So many options. Today is the 19th. So there's not many days left. We've got a tea bag. What is it today? Let's talk loudly over the noise next door. Today we've got Great British Cuppa. Bring a little happiness to your morning brew with a Bird and Blend's house blend. With Bird and Blend's house blend, the classic English breakfast tea. Really tasty. I love this one. Such a good English breakfast tea. Might put the kettle on now and make it. Although I don't know when Mary is going to be coming home. We're meant to be going out, although it's chucking it down with rain, so maybe I'll just say, let's just stay in. So yeah, I might make myself a cup of tea and keep watching Critical Role. But yeah, I had to wind up some socks so I could use my little sock bag that I got in my Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted 2 years ago. I love it. I use it all, like, every year. I love it. Good news, I found my 2.5mm needle. It was in the bag with the last pair of socks I finished. And I located the bag, so win-win. I need to plug in this camera, but slightly concerned because Mary is not home yet, but this is just what I do. I freak out whenever he's not home when he should be. And it's probably just because it's Christmas and it's busy and therefore he has to make more and has to stay late. It's just my brain. My brain does this. Thanks, brain. I really appreciate it. Okay, just heard from Mary. He's alive. But we are now going to go and have a look at these Christmas lights, which means I need to put my coat on. And I couldn't finish my tea. So I'll probably just drink it cold when I get home. Good times. Good evening, everyone. I have a bit of a rosy face because we've got the heating on and it's nice and toasty. I don't feel too hot though. I just think this is just what my face does, unfortunately. I'm all caught up on my Wham Cow socks. I've even knit today's in 19 days of Wham Cow. Yep. Very exciting. So just 4 more days to go. 5 more days to go, 5 more stripes to knit. So what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that much more. Yeah, that works. And then I might, I mean, I'm being very presumptive. I'm making the presumptive that I won't hear Last Christmas. I probably will, and it's gonna be sad. But I could use this for heels and toes if I don't hear it. I suppose I could use it for heels and toes if I do hear it, but I'm being optimistic. I mean, I did hear Last Christmas today, but it wasn't the Wham version. It was a version by Good Charlotte, which was actually very good. Because I was listening to the Rock Christmas playlist on Spotify. I almost said Shopify. It's not the same. On Spotify, you know, in a desperate bid to, you know, not listen to it. But and then we went and looked around the house with all the sparkly lights. Very pretty. I mean, quite garish, but at the same time, that's fantastic. It's Christmas. They apparently do this every year. I've never known about it, but I drove past it on my driving test before Halloween, and I remember being driving lesson, sorry, before Halloween, and I remember being outraged that somebody already had their lights up before my driving instructor informed me that this is a thing that they do for charity every year. And I was like, well, I would like to go and visit it when the lights get switched on. They've raised over £15,000 so far in 2019, so we donated some money, had a walk around, and made us feel nice and festive, which is always nice. Then we watched The Apprentice final. We watched MasterChef, not the final, so no spoilers please. And then Mary's gone to bed. I'm currently watching The Confession Tapes, and I started to read through a bit of my Indie Roller handbook earlier on while Mary was in the shower, and basically I've read the intro, so I've barely got into it. But I read this whilst eating a slightly disappointing mince pie. The organic mince pies from Waitrose, not that nice. Not that nice. But yes, I'm excited to read through this and get some businessy ideas, because I would like to have, in an ideal world, a better work-life balance. I would like to have a more successful business, as in I'd like to earn a bit more money and continue to make people happy, which is always nice. And yeah, I would like for the Corner of Craft not to take over my life like I feel like it does sometimes. especially on stitch marker update weeks. So I think having fortnightly updates might take the pressure off a little bit, so I'll be able to not have to do such long hours for stitch marker updates. Because yeah, I don't know if I could do it too much, because I experienced serious burnout after Vlogmas last year, and I think it's also because I was working up towards my first yarn show and just got super burnt out afterwards and didn't really realise it. But now I've got more this year, more yarn shows, as in I've got at least 3 at the moment that I've got confirmed, and I want to apply to a couple of others, applications for which aren't open. And yeah, I just think if I could have show stock and then have shop stock, it means that I would be able to do a balance of both instead of working my ass off to try and build up both. Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense. So already I did an inventory on stitch markers that I already have, and it's taken the pressure off a lot of how many stitch markers I actually have to make for March's yarn show that I've got, which is a bit of a relief, I won't lie. It's just a bit like, oh my god, because yeah, I've made a list of stitch markers that I want to make when I'm down in the south, and need to package up those beads. I said I was going to do it today. Have I done it today? Have I balls? So plan for tomorrow is pack for the south. That's it, that's the plan. Back for the south. Probably do a few emergency loads of washing. Let's be realistic. I should have done a load of washing today, but we have a tumble dryer, we're okay. We try not to use the tumble dryer too much, but we have one if we need to. So we tend to only use it for towels and bedding, but I might have to wash a few pairs of jeans or just emergency tumble drying. This is how far I am in Mario's hat. I'm about a quarter of the way through the chart. I'm on ball of wool number 2. Hopefully I'll be okay. I'm a bit worried it's going to be massive, as in too long, but he can just pull it down further on his head. I've even got a festive pencil to cross off the chart, because I printed off the chart for ease. I even got a festive Santa pencil that I believe I got either as an Advent gift or Father Christmas gave it to me one year, and I've just had it and kept it. And then I found it out the other day and I was like, well, this is perfect. I've also got the little tree one, but I use that in D&D because I'm a druid. As in the little tree one that Mary gave me last year. But yeah, this chart is a little bit ridiculous. It's a little bit of a headache. I can't show you the chart. I'll just quickly, I won't even flash it on the screen. I can't show you the chart. But it's a cable chart, which is just a bit, yeah. I love the look of these. These are nice. I like the look of these. It's a bit like honeycomb in this colour. Classic cable. It's just a nice pattern. I'm quite enjoying knitting it. But yeah, I'm trying to knit it quite tightly. I think we're going to be okay for size-wise. And if he hates it, I'll keep it. So it's a win. Doesn't really work, does it? It's annoying because I want to use this hat as like a thumbnail, but Mario is subscribed to me on YouTube, so he would see the thumbnail even though he doesn't watch the videos. Because how cute would this be as a little thumbnail? Well, I mean, that wouldn't be cute, that would be awful, but it was just an example. But yeah, got packing to do. I put some photos from the wedding in a frame, so that's pretty cute. I've found my 2.5mm needle. I need this needle to cast on my shawl, so it's a good plan that I'm using it. Otherwise, I probably would have cast it on already. It's meant to be a Christmas Eve cast on. I had someone on Instagram ask me what a Christmas Eve cast on is. For those that don't know, I believe it's something that Danny of Little Bobbins brought to the online knitting community, about how I believe it was her and her mum, every Christmas Eve cast on a pair of socks, and so then you've got this pair of socks that just fill you with memories as you're knitting. You knit the memories into them. And she's come out with a few beautiful sock patterns to do your Christmas Eve cast-ons. I've just decided this year to do a show sample shawl as my Christmas Eve cast-on. It's something a bit different. It's you use the fingering weight / 4-ply / sock wool as you hold it double, so it's essentially a DK weight shawl, and it's got a really cute crochet edge on it. So I'm excited to ooh, my glasses. I'm excited to get that going. Yeah, should be good. I like that my hair has calmed down somewhat since having it cut. It's not as frizzy as it used to be. It always used to be a frizzy mess, but it seems to have, because I've just washed it and left it, and it doesn't seem to be as it used to be. So quite like the short hair. Quite a few of you have said that you like it too, so thank you very much. But yes, I am going to head off. I'm going to edit this, or should I just edit it tomorrow morning? I might just edit it tomorrow morning. I'm going to knit this a bit more while watching the confession tapes. I really want to read this, but I might take it southwards with me and try to read it at some points. Although I've also got like 10 million knitting projects to take down, so. And bead weaving, I want to bead weave loads, so who knows when I'm going to have time to do all this. I'm just excited because I technically don't have to work, she says, as she's talking about what work she's going to be doing. Cool. Right, I'm going to knit this out and watch the confession tapes a bit more, because it's not going to knit itself, is it? No.